Let me get into... My daddy wants me to get into a party. Okay, so... That's my apple. Do not eat my apple. Little Bones is on the PS4. Bone Daddy's on the PS4. Well, I think it's Bone Daddy. Might be.
Hi.
Oh, hello. Who's this?
I don't know. I was watching your stream, and then I added you, but then I realised that it wasn't a stream, and you already streamed it.
Okay. Well, I was streaming Apex. I thought it was one of my mods coming in because his name's Bone Daddy and he's changed his name to Little Bones. That's why I thought it was him. So sorry about that. Got all confused. But we're happy for you to play. Can you play Fortnite or did you want to play Apex?
I mean, it's whatever you want to play, really. It doesn't bother me.
Oh, it's so nice of you to say that, mate, but we've done with Apex today, so you can play Fortnite if you want to.
Okay.
Alright. No worries.
You have no idea how much streaming I'm supposed to play with.
Well, we don't mind playing with people as long as we have that time off that we don't, I play with my family as well, and then we play with our mods. So, how did you find me? Just on YouTube, was it?
Yeah.
So, what I normally do is, I stream on Twitch, but I've got a 30-day ban on Twitch from today. So, we just have to wait on that. Nothing I've done wrong, it's just how it happens, so... So you need to add me homing betters to homing_betters, BETTERS 2, and homing as in homing pigeon. If you go onto the stream now, you can see us. You got to write it down. But I have to leave this chat to speak to the person because he's not on PlayStation, he's on PC. Alright? But thanks for coming in. I can add you if you want. What's your epic name?
My epic name is... should I message you it? Because it's one of...
Yeah, send me a message on it and then I'll write it down. I'll put it in the chat when you come into the stream and I'll be able to do it from there.
Yeah, right. I don't think I can message you because of your settings.
Because I'm on what?
Wait, no, that might have been a different screen.
Alright, we'll see you in a minute because I've got to leave this chat and speak to someone else. Alright? But quite happy to play with you, that's fine. Alright? Thanks, buddy. Good on you, champ. See ya. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, sorry about that. This guy came into the party chat, right? And I thought it was you. And his name was Little Bones, and I'm like, oh, he's changed his PlayStation calling card to Little Bones. I said, g'day, Bone Daddy, and then this kid goes, hello, can I play with you? And I'm like, that's not Bone Daddy. And he goes, you're a streamer, can I? And I said, yeah, sure. But we're playing Fortnite now. So,
who was that?
he just watching the stream. And he wanted to play Apex, and I said, we moved on to something else now. So he wants me to add him and we can play trios or something. He seems alright, it's not over the top. Or anything like that.
Pretty good name.
Yeah, well, imagine you two together, man. It's going to be... And I thought it was you, and I thought you've changed your name or you're playing a trick on me or something.
No, I'm probably not ever gonna change mine.
And like, just basically have like sort of having a joke with me, because that's something you would do just to not piss me off, but just have a laugh with. No, that's not him. I can't find him.
It's pretty ironic.
But it might be him. It is. It's fucking hilarious. Like mini version of Bone Daddy. Like mini me. Looking pretty good in that King James uniform, mate.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked when I saw it.
It's my pleasure, mate. I fucked it up though,
What do you mean?
because Caleb wanted the black. He said, "I want the black one, like the black, whatever one." Hang on a sec, I've got to get that. Hello, Matthew speaking. Yes, it is. Oh, yeah, not too bad. Am I? Because I don't get paid today. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I've had to leave that job because I got bullied. So technically, yeah. And for my mental health, I had to say no, I can't do that at the moment. Now I have found another job, and it's full time and it's not part time. So I'm just waiting for them to give me a start date. It probably will be Monday. And I think it's weekly, paid weekly, so I'll be able to pay something not this week coming up, but the next week. No, that should be no. Well, it's full time, so it's $1,800 a fortnight, which is $950 a week. Oh yeah, probably give you more than that. Yeah, we might do 50. Let's do 50 and then go from there. Because I had a bit of luck with trying to find a job. Like I got like 3 jobs in 2.5 days. I got offered 3 jobs, including the one that I'm talking about now. So I had to choose which ones and which one. And it's not all about the money. It's how I feel comfortable. Yeah, it's good to have a choice, and not very often that comes in threes like that for me. I've never have had that before, ever. Yeah. And let's do it fortnightly, then I can work out, like I've already worked out a budget of what I'm budgeting for the next 6 months with this new job, so I really have to look at it that way that, you know, at first, you know, it's going to be a big shock to see that money in my bank account, but I'm not going to go absolutely mental and buy stuff randomly. You know, I probably need like some new Nikes and stuff like that, which is fine because I don't like wearing proper work boots, and if I don't have to wear proper work boots, I can get away with it. I can buy another pair of Nikes and just use the pair that I've already got, so and just wear them out, and then have a brand new pair to go out with. So, you know what I mean? So, and why not treat yourself when you've got that money? So, but then I've got bills to pay. So obviously, you know what I've got with you guys and other things that are happening in my life. You know, I don't have a car payment or anything like that, but I want to save up for a new car, and well, not so much save up, but maybe get a loan to get a new car and get rid of some of this debt and stuff like that. You know, everyone's got debt, and everybody, you know, says that, you know, they don't have data actually. Yeah, you know, I have $15,000 Telstra bill that is never probably going to get paid because they put me on a plan that was way out of budget that I couldn't afford. But I'm like, okay, if you're going to give it to me, I'm going to take it. But the thing is, I never abused it. It's just how the data charges were at the time, and then they offered me like, no, you'll get free data, and I'm like, okay, but I've already had spent up to $9,000 worth of data. Yeah, and I was using it. Like now I've got a prepaid phone, and it's so much better, and it's through Telstra. I can't go over, and every 2 months it runs out, and you've got to renew it. And if you've got the money there and then, you just give the $40, and that's it. I've made calls to America, and you got free, you know, free international calls because I have a couple of friends in America that I make calls to, not every week, but every couple of days or every couple of months or whatever. Like just when we haven't had a chat, particularly when like things of what they like are in Australia compared to what they like in America is completely different. But you know, we're going through a massive COVID stuff happening at the moment where America's gone a little bit. You know, they still have their COVID stuff, but you know, they tell me about, you know, what's happening over there, and we have a chat about it, what's happening here, and it makes it interesting. Like, but so that's where I'm at the moment, and I also got a pamphlet like catalogue job, which was like that's $40 a week, and I've got to do 600, and that's not much, but it's one drop off of like 600, and you've got 4 days to do it, and I did it in 2.5, and it's over 700 catalogues, but it gets me out, and it gets me my legs ready to standing for long periods of walking and stuff like that. Yeah, and I'm like, yes, last night when I actually did do a shift for my old company, that I'm still part of their group, if you understand what I mean, but I can't return to that place of that site, so I've gone to another site, and I did a fill-in for 2 days, and it's 24 an hour, just for 3 hours. It doesn't seem long, but it's high pressure, like you've got to get the job done by that 9 o'clock, and there's no overtime. So last night I came home and my legs were aching, and I'm like, I did all that walking though, that you think my legs will be okay. But this morning I actually feel pretty good. I thought I'm going to be really sore, and I wasn't. Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm thinking if it's going to be next week I'm working, so the next week it's contracted work. If I was working for the company itself, it would be 2 week pay. 2 week pay, you get paid fortnightly, not weekly. So I'm just thinking the dates. Oh, so it won't be next week, it'll be the week after. I think it's they pay on a Wednesday. Yeah, in case because it has to go through the bank itself, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Or if it does come earlier, I can ring you guys and say, look, do you want to take my credit card and go from there? So, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that'd be good. So then I can just, because I have a folder with all my debts technically, and then I have a photo of all my credits. The debts outweigh the credits at the moment by a long way, but you know what I mean anyhow. Yeah, definitely. And I've got that on my phone, it'll come up straight away, so. You can if you want, it's up to you. But you don't, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I do. Matthew Shane Hampton, 3rd of the 10th, 68, 70 Willison Road, Elizabeth South, 5112, South Australia. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Sure. Well, you know, if it does fall through or something like that, I can just ring you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I certainly do understand that. That's fine. Yeah, I have another phone, but I'd rather use this one for this type of stuff. Plus, I have it louder than my iPhone, and that's why I was sitting on the lounge, and I'm like, oh, I've got to get up because I've just had an operation not long ago, and I'm like, oh, that's still a bit tender. You can't jump up like that. But I'm a lot better than I was, I can tell you now. And I waited 3 years for the operation. It was going to be 7, so technically, yeah. Well, it wasn't really quick, so waiting 3 years, it was still a long time to wait on the waiting list. Yeah, well, I got told 71 months, and I'm like, what the hell is 71 months? I was trying to work it out in my brain, and I'm like, oh my god, like 12 months in a year, rather. I still couldn't work it out. And my dad said, that's over 7 years, Matt. I'm like, oh, jeez, I'm not waiting that long. I went to the doctor and he got me in straight away. Yeah. Maitland, no, don't live there anymore. Maitland is a country town. I've moved back into the city for basically job opportunities. But even though there was jobs at Maitland, I just, you know, there. No. It was a lot better where I am. Yeah. No, all good. Thank you for being so nice about that, because I was really, when I got bullied, I was really, my mental health just went, and I'm like, I don't really want to go back to work. You know, I can stay in the DSP and just travel my little thing, and then I'm like, nah, stuff it. Why should I let them win? That's right. You too, thanks. Bye. Sorry, mate.
Oh, good.
And I just went on my little self there, my little tangent, and got killed.
One of those balls.
What the fuck is that?
It's a ball.
Oh my god, I'm getting... It's a fucking moon. Oh, he just jumped on my head. There's a rail going up the top of the hill too, bro. Oh, fucking hell, sorry, man. So we have to go the old YouTube for 30 days, bro. If we're going to stream anything, we've got to do YouTube.
No, you've been there before.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, man, but oh well. Maybe I shouldn't have done what I did, but I didn't say anything overly bad. I said, why don't you talk to us, Fish? We're right here. There's 5 of us that want to know why he did this to Caleb and why he did this to other people that have gone into your stream and got a gifted stub from someone and then you went and blocked them. Fucking New South Wales are in deep shit with this virus now. Another 67 cases now. It's fucking... It's got older people and it just fucks them up. And they did a... They went into one of the hospitals, one of the big hospitals, just the other day, and they had a picture of a guy, heavy, like, obviously he's given the okay to use his... I think there's a guy over here, to use his image to show people what it's like to have COVID. And oh my God, the poor guy, he was like, you know who he looked like? He looked like Ron Jeremy, you know, the porn actor. Cracked.
Yeah.
Dead. Just go and get his loot. Oh, yeah, it's fucking decent guns too, man. I'll grab as much as I can. Jump pads, fucking rail guns.
We gotta go in here.
Fuck that. I've got a jump pad. How far is it? Oh, it's not that far.
Might be, yeah.
Oh, you got one as well? I've got a heavy gold rifle. I've got a rail gun. I've got that laser gun that shoots that purple beam.
That's good people up there.
Yeah, but it's not gold, it's blue.
Actually, he's coming right here.
Fuck, I just missed him. 29. Shield. Hey, piss off. Storm. I've got no shotgun.
How did he do that?
Fuck. Fuck. Too hot. I use heaps low too, that girl with the ponytail with the pigtails. Like hit 13 or something. Oh, GG, good first game, finished third. I died twice. This is fucking normal. Hang on, how many cases? Let's have a look. 29 of 97 cases infectious in the community.
That's not good.
And they reckon this variant just fucking latches on once it gets, like it can go through a family in a half a day, and they'll have if they're in the house together. That's fucking scary, man.
Yeah, it really is.
So yeah, and what happened was with Caleb, he wanted the black LeBron, he wanted the black suited LeBron, that's what he said to me. And I said, okay, no worries, I'll get it when it comes in the shop. I'll go home, it was in the shop yesterday. When I get home from work, I'll get it, because I already knew it was in there, because he showed me it was. And, is that alright, Dad? And I said, yeah, that's fine. Because Bone Daddy will get whatever. He's happy with whatever, he's not going to go, I don't want that one. I get home, ring him up and say, okay, just send it to you. He goes, I didn't want that one. I said, yes you did. You wanted the one with the cape. Not the cape, the overcoat thing.
Oh, the little suit thing?
Yeah, the one with the suit. No, I didn't. I wanted the Tune Squad one. I said, Caleb, you said you wanted that one. Oh, which one did you give Bone Daddy? I said, the Tune Squad one. He goes, no. I went, hang on. You're getting something too. And I said, you know who's going to miss out, don't you? I said, it'll be me. Right? Because now I have to refund my Tune Squad one so I can get you your Tune Squad one. Because you can't get a refund. I have one refund left. You can't get a refund on a gifted item. So I couldn't get yours back. You know what I mean? Or I couldn't get Caleb's back. So that 2000 V-Buck one, he's got 2 LeBron skins.
2.
Yeah, he's got the suit one in the suit, and he's got the Tune Squad one. So he's got over 3,000 V-Bucks worth of skins. Now I bought 5,000 V-Bucks, and I thought that would be enough.
Oh, yeah.
Now I don't have a LeBron skin. I was shitty as all fuck with him, to the point that he left because I was angry with him, and then he came back and goes, "I'm sorry, Dad." And I said, "Well, you said that you wanted the one in the suit." He goes, "No, I didn't." I said, "You did, because we were sitting there. I was sitting right next to you, and you said, 'I want that one there, Dad, the 2000 V-Buck one.'" All right, done. And then send me a reminder which one you want. And then he said to me, "I want the 2000 V-Buck." He sent me a message saying, "I want the 2000 V-Buck one," when I was at work. I said, "I'm still at work and I'll be coming home in about half an hour." And I sat down and did it, sent yours to you, did his. I did yours first, then I did his, and then I did mine. And then I had to refund mine so I could have enough V-Bucks to get him the Tune Squad one. So he's got both variants. And I'm like, and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." I'm like, "Oh, well, Caleb, you've got to realise that money doesn't grow on trees, mate." And I did the V-Bucks ages ago, like Tuesday, when I knew that there was going to be, LeBron was coming and we didn't know when. It could be another couple of days before he came. Who knows?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, we weren't sure. I know I tried to look up and they wouldn't tell us, because, they're not going to tell you that shit, because that's, it's privacy type.
Well,
And it was going to happen, but I thought it might happen on the weekend, like when the NBA finals finish and stuff like that. Because technically, you only got a few matches to go before that finishes. And then I was playing last night. When I was playing last night, I wore, how I bought that Chicago Bulls girl for this account, or the NBA skins. So I wore the LeBron Guernsey as Lakers with the girl. And Taylor said, "How come you haven't got the LeBron skin?" I said, "Well, you ask Caleb that." He goes, "Oh," and Taylor goes, "I'll gift it to you." And then she hadn't done the, how you got to do that procedure, and then you got to wait another day before it comes through, like to gift. I said, "It's too confusing for you, love. Don't worry about it." "Oh, I feel bad." I said, "Don't feel bad, Caleb. Make Caleb feel bad about it." I had to honour Bone Daddy. Well, I didn't actually have to, because you didn't know I was going to get it for you, did you?
No, I didn't know.
I already had bought you a gift for winning on the wheel, and I'm like, because he whinges and says, "Oh, he gets everything." I said, "Yeah, because he helps me with the stream. You're not in the stream every day, to the point that I have to ask you to come in the stream so I can get views up."
He doesn't really play it, though.
Yeah, and he doesn't play it a lot, but this season's probably the best season he's done when it comes to playing for ages. To the old days, like season 10 and 9 and shit.
By a alien or something.
Okay. Is it one guy, or?
Yeah, it's like an alien or something. It's a bot, but he has a crazy gun.
Oh, it's that abstract. Chaining the dude.
I didn't realize he was going to turn into that, though.
Yeah, because I already had talked to him. Oh, it's an alien one.
I guess next time I will not do it.
Yeah, abstract, I took the gun off of him. Bought the gun off him. Don't have any meds, but I have these.
I got a couple med kits.
So I was angry as all fuck. I'm
Right
like, I don't even want to play with you, mate. He goes, "Oh, come on, let's play." I said, "Look at your skin," and he's changing them from one to the other. I said, "Why don't you just rub it in a bit more?" Like, we used to muck around with Jessica when she didn't have chicken wing. We used to play that all the time. And she goes, "Oh, I hate these guys." I'm like, "We're only joking with you, Jessica." And we finished like third in, I think it was third in 3 times in a row. And one was second, I think. And Harley plays really, really well. He plays. He's pretty good. He's a bit like Echo. Has his moments, but then when he clutches sometimes. And I was playing Shocking.
Shocking, huh?
Shocking. Yeah, well, we had that stuff with Fish and we had my concentration with that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because I was saying to him, and he wasn't answering us. Because he knew, because we went from his stream and they went into hosting, well not hosting, but he raided someone. And this guy actually was doing he does like rapping, and everything that was said in the stream he would rap. So fucking funny. And Caleb said, oh, fish sucks. And he said it, and then the mod banned him. Caleb got banned for saying fish sucks. I'm like, I can think of worse things to say. But I didn't abuse him. I just said, we want to talk to you, mate. You know, we don't get a chance to talk to you. I think there's someone shooting animals up here, bro.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Oh, this guy right here.
Yeah, he's crawling up there.
Cracked. He's really low.
Can't see him. He's not breathing.
I've got one of those things on my head. Alien face huggers.
Oh, yeah, it makes you sound crazy.
I'll come towards you. Where are you?
His teammate's coming up right here.
Oh, I can carry that med kit. Do you want to shoot this thing off my face? Thank you.
Oh, you have to shoot it off?
You have to shoot them to get them off me. Or pick out.
Somebody in here.
Yeah, someone in that building.
Some of them have real fine art. Circles, the gloss, so organic. Wow. So be careful.
I'm gonna shoot him from behind, too.
Down here. Slow. I've got that thing where you can hear them, like, it comes up in screen where they are. At first I didn't like it because I'm like, that's cheating. But I'm like, I'm just smashing people now at the moment. You can hear where the shooting is, and it directs you where it is. Where they are, and the footsteps and shit. Jumping on people's heads. Oh yeah, let's just have a lunch break. Dude, LeBron having a pie. Hey, did you see that Australia beat the dream? Well, I'm calling them the Dream Team only because
Oh, yeah, I
they're
did.
not really the Dream Team. And that fucking Paddy Mills went fucking sick.
There's one of them.
Everybody, but Baines did a knee, so that makes us even more fucking shorter. Because I said to you, we're really, really short. As in, there's not. Once we play Gasol and there's 2 7-footers, and the team are going to find it hard to fucking keep them under control. Like even when we played Nigeria, have massive. They've got like 3 or 4 7-footers in that team, and they're not centres. They're fucking guards.
Oh, yeah, they have a lot of tall people on that team.
Yeah. Where we got like Chris Golding and Sobey, who is like, Sobey's only 6'2", but he has hops like unbelievable hops.
I want to shout out one of the saucers I met on the beach
Yeah, I
There's
saw
yesterday.
that.
these things here too.
We danced, played a little
There's
volleyball,
over
Popovich
here.
talked a
wasn't
lot
too
about
happy.
the aliens. Like a lot
Sorry?
about the aliens.
Popovich wasn't too happy that they lost to Australia.
Yeah, oh, they would have been spitting it.
For being a listener. And for filling me
But
in
we
on
haven't
our
dropped a
new
game in
alien
that.
friends.
We haven't. Argentina we didn't lose to. Nigeria we didn't lose to. And the US we haven't lost to. And Nigeria beat the US by a couple of points. We smashed Nigeria. I think it was like 25 points in the end or something. But my concerns are that if we get another injury of a big guy, we're fucked. Because we've got no... Baines is a massive part of our team. Like, he's the banger. He's the one that can guard Gasol and bang him in the post, but if he takes him outside, Gasol will knock shots on his head. It's a bit like Baines guarding Durant.
Yeah.
And at one stage they had Patty Mills on Durant. And Patty shut him down. You know?
Well, he's been struggling a bit, Kevin Durant.
Yeah. Well, Kevin Durant's like 6'9", or I think 6'10" or something. But he's got guard fucking handles. Unheard of. Like back in the day,
like big time though.
Yeah, back in the day of
It's
like
Nigeria.
Yeah, I know. 90. In the 1990s, having guys that were 6'11" and having guard handles, that was unheard of. Basketball's changed so much, and there's no positions anymore.
Yeah, that kind of makes it fun though, a bit better.
And back when I was playing, we were told, oh shit, here comes my job network. Hello?
Hey, how you going?
Yeah, good yourself. I'm having a lazy day today.
Oh, nice. They're good days.
Still in my pyjamas, technically.
Oh, nice. How's Caleb going?
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's alright.
Oh, awesome.
He's having,
Is he home or is he still in hospital?
no, he's still chilling out in the rehab thing.
Yep.
So,
Is that in the hospital or is that?
no, it's somewhere else. I haven't been there yet, so because I've just needed a break. I've spoken to him on the phone and everything. It's not like I haven't cared, but yeah.
Yeah. And what sort of stuff do they do with him?
Just like helping him walk and crap like that.
Yeah. Poor little bugger.
Yes, well, I could call him other words.
Is he over it now?
Oh, he's pretty over it. He's had his ambulance trip and his trip to hospital and shit, and trip to a clinic and all that crap first.
Yeah.
And then it will.
How long do they think he's going to stay in there for?
Probably up to a couple of weeks more, I think. They're hoping that it's going to, like, they can... Because Alex then has to work out what she's going to do with work, because he can't stay home by himself.
No.
But I think her husband has got some time owing that he can take to look after him.
Yeah.
And he's looked after him before and stuff like that. But I trust him because he's a really nice guy. He works in the Air Force. He's quite regimented, as they are in the Air Force. But he's not over the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think like his relationship with Caleb is quite good. You know, they muck around and he gives him wet willy and stuff like that. And, you know, I know this sounds gross, but Norm like licks his face. And comes up and just licks his face, and then like Caleb's like, go away, because you imagine that if he did that with what he's got with his neck and shit.
Yeah.
And even me fucking around with Caleb the other day, I was like doing Kazales over his back, but wasn't doing it. It was like brought weird. And even the nurse said, be careful, and I'm like, oh, I'm just having a bit of joke with him.
Yeah.
And
He's going to have to go back to school for a while. He'll be cheering with that.
oh, he loves it. He doesn't hate. He's not a big school man. He wants to go and work.
Yeah.
And he's been like, he was unhappy that he really didn't help me do the pamphlets at all, because he didn't really get a chance. And he goes, do I still get my sick leave? And I'm like, chill, what's this sick leave crap? There's no sick leave when you do this shit. If you don't turn up, it's casual rates, you don't. He goes, oh, come on. And I sent him a thing on casual rates that you don't get sick leave. I sent him like a paid, what the award is. And I said, there's no award for catalogue drops. And he goes, I don't understand that. I said, you're not made to understand it, but be sure that you're not going to get any money. But I'm going to give him something, because he did say he would help, and it's not his fault.
Yeah. And so you've done a couple of nights cleaning with the venue?
Yeah, that stops tonight. Like last night was the last night.
Okay, so that was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, wasn't it?
No, Wednesday, Thursday. That's
Just
it.
Wednesday, Thursday. At what time was it?
6 till 9.
6 till 9. How'd you go, alright?
Well, I don't know what the fuck happened, but on the Wednesday night, I got there and I'm like, oh, I feel pretty shit. But I went. But when I got there, I'm like, fuck, I feel like I'm going to be sick. And I was at the, and you know me, I'm like, I never really sit that sick, apart from having operation shit and COVID shots and stuff like that make me sick.
Yeah.
And I was in the office and I'm like, oh my God, I feel really dizzy, and I could see fucking, instead of one mop, I could see 15. And I'm like, oh, I've got to go and sit down. So I thought if I walked slowly to the lunchroom, people could see me. If I collapsed in the office, no one would know I was there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, right, here we go, I feel crap. You know, and I was all right when I got there, and I was fine, and I had a conversation with my mate on the phone, and it drove all right, and it was a shitty night to drive because that storm came.
Yeah.
And then I went, oh, I'll have a glass of water, and then I went, oh, fuck, I'm going to throw up. So I turned around, went to the toilet, and threw up all over the toilet seat. I'm like, oh, well, that needs to be cleaned. I hadn't even cleaned it yet. I hadn't even got to start to clean. And I'm like, oh my God, that's half my lunch that I brought up then. And I just couldn't stop throwing up. And I'm like, oh, I've got to just keep going. So I had, bro. I had a little sit down in there, probably a half hour. I'm like, if anybody says anything, and they're not going to say anything because I'm contracted. I'm not contracted to them. Do you know what I mean? I'm contracted to them, but they're not my bosses. So technically, it's pretty, and as Carly said, it's a pretty crazy job. You're responsible for yourself. You basically have to look after yourself, and whatever you do it's on your own models, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
So I just said to myself, you know, if I just take it easy and just have that little sit down, because my stomach was aching, my throat was burning from throwing up because there was nothing left in my stomach, and I could feel my eyes were like coming out of my head every time I threw up. And then I've got basically went back to the office, and I'm like, oh my God, and it was so hot from the office to the warehouse. They had the heater going, or the heaters going in the office. That fucking hot, it was like insanely stupid. And that I was sweating, and I'm like, so I went back and forward, slowly. So I was getting that cool, and I left the not meant to leave the door open between, but there's no one else there between the warehouse and the office. And I'm like, I'm going to leave it open. Because if I have to get out quickly, I don't want to be throwing up in the office. I'd rather throw up. And I carried a garbage bag with me in case I was going to throw up.
Yeah.
And by about 8:30, I'm like, oh my God, I feel even worse. So the fact that I was seeing double again, and I'm like, I wonder what my diabetes was. And I did a test, and it was like 12, and I'm like, well, it's not as worse as it has been.
Yeah.
And I was stressing out. And the sip that I didn't guzzle down the water, but the sips of water I was having, I was feel like I was going to be sick again, so I stopped drinking any water.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I finished the shift. I left about 5 to 9, I'm like 5 minutes to go. I got there 5 minutes early, that's fair enough. So I walked out, got in the car, and I rang my mum, and she said, you alright? I said, no, just stay on the line with me in case something happens and I'm driving and you can call the ambulance or whatever. because I cannot see in front of me. All I'm seeing is just blur. It was like I wasn't wearing my glasses, but it was far worse than that. So I drove home, got to Parafield shopping centre there. I had to pull over. I was sick again. No, I just opened up the door, and I wasn't even sick. It was just vial. It was just that vial that comes out.
Yeah.
Mum goes, "You alright?" Because all she could hear was me throwing up. I said, "Mum, yeah, I'm alright, I'm alright. Just, I'll be alright." I sat there for a couple of minutes and I started driving again. I got down the road near Holden's, I had to pull over again. Same thing, and I'm telling you now, my stomach muscles are quite sore from the heaving.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's just like I've been doing sit-ups or something like that.
Yeah.
And I got 3 doors before I got home. I had to pull over again. And I was making an awful sound, obviously. And then I got in the driveway and I was right. Mum goes, "You in the driveway yet?" And I said, "Yes, yeah, I'm just pulled out in the driveway." "How far did you get before that last one?" I'm like, "I was 3 doors from it." And I had to throw up. I'm lucky I didn't throw up in the car because I would have been ropeable then. And I came inside and I sat down on the recliner. Mum goes, "Just sit down, get yourself a nice cold water." And I said, "I'm sweating like I've been in a sauna, Mum." She goes, "Want me to call an ambulance?" I said, "No, I don't think it's warranted an ambulance. No, if I collapse during the night or something, I'm just going to go to sleep." I said, I packed myself up, went to bed, and I don't think I was even in bed for about 5 minutes. I was asleep. And the dog was not all over me like he knew there was something wrong with me. So he cuddled up next to me in bed. And I woke up I went to bed at just after 9, probably 20 past 9, 9:30. I woke up at 10 thinking I'd been asleep for 8 hours.
Yeah.
And it was only half an hour. And I've gone, "Oh, that was a good hour." Or good, not even half an hour's sleep.
Yeah.
So then I went to the toilet, came back, and I felt absolutely fucking rat shit. And I fought myself through it because I'm like, I'm not going to let Carly down, I'm not going to let Michelle down. I've let them down enough, but really I haven't, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'll just fight through it. But if it was anybody else, I'm guaranteed they probably would have gone home.
Yeah.
And then I woke up again at 11:15, thinking I'd been asleep for fucking 15 hours. And I felt refreshed, and I'm like, "Oh, it must be morning." I looked outside, it's dark, and I'm like, "Oh, it's only fucking 11 o'clock. 11:15. And I got up, and I'm like, and I couldn't go back to sleep. Tried, I had no show. So I made myself a really weak cup of tea with no sugar, no milk.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really weird. And I stayed up then until about, I think it was about 4 o'clock. And then I went back to bed and I woke up again at 7:30. Because I didn't really have anything to do apart from go to that mental health thing.
Yeah.
And I've actually felt better. I started to feel more rehydrated. And my mum and myself were trying to work out, I had like hot chips and gravy, which I love. But I had it from a takeaway shop that does like burgers and ribs and stuff like that. So it's not very healthy, but again, it was something that I wanted, so I got an Uber Eats thing. Because I came home and I didn't know what to have from the hospital, and it was only myself there. And I saved some for Caleb just in case he came home, because I didn't know what was going to be happening.
Yeah.
And that was the leftovers that Caleb was meant to have, and Mum said it could have been that, and I said, "No, well, you think I would have been more affected by it straight away rather than 8 hours later."
Yeah.
But then,
It's hard to tell sometimes.
But then I've like tried to work out how much I drank that day, and I drank fuck all. Only those glasses of water at Streamline.
Yeah.
Dehydrated. I had heat stroke, and I've had heat stroke before at 43 degrees, not at 15 degrees or 10 degrees.
Yeah.
And that's what I had. We worked it out. That's what I had. And he said, Mum said, "What were the..." Oh, that one can wait. Actually, it can't wait. It's my bloody doctor's. Can I give you a call back?
Yeah, no worries.
Alright, I'll take this because it's important.
Alright.
Alright, see ya. Hello, Matthew speaking. Good, mate, how are you? That's good. Oh, mate, I hate to say this, I was really pissed off with him because I said I've got to take a doctor's call, and no, it wasn't. It was I went for a job interview. I was doing the induction, so I was sitting there at a computer, and I said, "Just leave me alone because I have to do this induction." But my doctor is ringing me if that's okay. He goes, "Yeah, you're sitting at the computer and you're doing it because I can do two things at once when it comes to the computer and talk on the phone." No, that's all right. And then I'm like, well, can we wait until next Friday and we'll go from there? But and I just said to him, that was so rude of me. Like, I'm on the phone to my doctor about personal shit. Yeah, it was only about work induction, and he kept going on about my birth certificate. And I'm like, what it was, we're talking about mental health today, so that's okay. I went and saw a doctor down here to get a stress leave certificate the other day because I've still got that urine infection. I know it's a urine infection now because it's burning like a motherfucker, to the point that I've gone, I can't stand it anymore. So I went to see this, and you know what I'm like with pain, I'm pretty good. And she was really, really nice, actually really nice, to the point that, you know, I love you to bits, Cozzy, but it's a long way to drive to go and see someone. And the whole thing is that phone appointments are good as well, and we can still do that. It's just if I need emergency tablets, but if I run out of mental health tablets or diabetes tablets, I can just go and see her. Yeah. No, and I do enjoy talking. Yeah, I do enjoy talking to you about my mental health because I think you understand me more than what she's going to be in the first few consults. So, yeah. But I did say to her, my doctor is not very happy with my diabetes, and she went, yes. How can I help you with that? And I'm like, well, you know, he can't because he's full on onto it now, at the point that I don't want to take a call from him because I know it's going to be bad. But she said to me, I told her about the operation. She said, "Oh, that's fantastic," and I said, "It's been really life changing for me to the point that, you know, it's what I told her what it is. It's a medical thing, and she's a female, and she's a female doctor, so she understands." And I had no choice of who I was going to see. So I said, "Can you give me a stress leave certificate for the next couple of days because I'm still stressed out about the crap that I've been going through with the bullying." Now that's come to a hilt that SafeWork SA have called me and said, "What do you want to do?" I said, "I just want it not to happen to anybody else because I know how fragile I was. But if it was anybody else more weak-minded than me, they would be either doing like a postal thing and go postal at the person and then come back and shoot them with a gun. Do you know what I mean?" So I know my mum said to me, "That's worst case scenario." I said, "Well, not really, Mum, because it does happen in Australia, but it just happens in America a lot more. And or just they kill themselves, and that I'm way past that. You know, I'm so much better now than I ever was. And no, with the mental health thing with Grow that I've been going to as well, that's really helped me see people in a different light of what they go through, and not just me, but them. And I've given them advice of my borderline personality disorder that I've had for so long. And I feel like I'm helping people, even though I'm not a psychologist or anything like that, but my personal experience with mental health. So having the mental health grow group has been fantastic. And if anybody says to you, you need to see someone or need to go to a group, you should throw them towards these people because they're really, really good. And they're all over the state. I didn't realise they were, and I never knew about this. It's been going since 1957.
Yeah.
So, and we just go in there and then we have a little chat at the end, but it's like going to NA. It's all these steps, or AA. It's all these steps that you've got to do, and you get, I'm on the first step, but there's 12 steps, and it could be 12 months before I actually get to 12 steps, could be longer.
Yeah.
So with that, I said to her, I said, I've got this stress, and she goes, okay, I can give you a few more days off.
Yeah.
And I said, that's fine, it just covers me. I don't need to work though, Cosy. The whole thing is I'm just covering for basically Safe Work SA, saying he's gone to the doctor about this.
Yeah.
He has not sat on his ass and not doing anything about it.
Yeah.
And obviously he feels bad for what happened. I feel bad for what I said to Mike.
Yeah.
I let Mike have it because I had so much build up from the operation to people coming into my shed. There was a seat here in my shed of an Aboriginal guy, and then I got accosted down at Parabanks 2 days later, and I'm like, have I got a big sign on my forehead saying pick on Matt?
Yeah.
And that's what I was like. I couldn't sleep at one stage. I was up and down, and I love doing all-nighters, and I'll do all-nighters, and then I'll have a sleep though. I'll fall asleep in the. I've got a trait now that my dad does. Falls and sleeps in the recliner. Mum said to me, "That's your father. That's what your father does." And I said, "You're becoming your father." And I said, "No, I don't want to be my dad."
Yeah.
But so I went there, and he did another urine test just to see where we're at with it. And I know it's really bad at the moment, and to the point that the eye of the penis looks infected.
Okay.
And it's red and sore, and it rubs against my jocks and stuff like that. But I get through it. I'm back on taking some Panadol and that, but that's fine. And it's far better than it was, I can tell you now.
Yeah.
And I said, look, I want to try something else out. And I said, is it all right if you prescribe me some Viagra? And she goes, I have no problem with that. And you're over we looked at it, she looked at it and said, it's healed, the stitches are gone, and it looks really, really good, Matt, apart from... So we tried it, and I'm like, oh my God, it's never been like that before. Now, that was my personal choice to do that, and it's everybody's personal choice to what they do with their bodies. It's not a thing that I would go and buy all the time, because it's $18 a pot. I just don't have that. So, with my mental health at the moment, I would say out of 10, of how I'm feeling, it's probably a 7 or a 6.
Yeah.
But this time last week, I was probably at a 2. Not that I was going to harm myself, but I was really feeling depressed and just didn't feel well at all, mentally. And because I knew that also I was going for this new job, which is 38 hours a week, 4 days a week, at $26 an hour. I've never, ever, ever earned that money. Well, I have, but a long time ago. And I'm like, I've got to be mentally prepared for this job, no matter what, And even last night when I went and did a shift for Millennium. The guys I'm working with are really nice guys, and they would never ever say anything because they can't say anything because don't actually work for that company. I actually work for a contracted company, and even if I was feeling sick and going home early, they're not going to know unless I tell them. They're going to know for OC health and safety to make sure I'm not in the building if there's a fire, and if they can't fire me or anything. So, because it's not massive, but it's big enough you could get lost in it if you wanted to. So. And Caleb hasn't been well either. He decided that he would play with the dog and land on his neck. And he went to hospital and he's having rehab on his neck because he's really hurt it to the point that he can't feel his legs properly. So I've had that stress over the last couple of 6, 7. He's 14-year-old, so he doesn't get out off the couch anyhow, unless you tell him to go outside, you know what I mean? But, so I've had the stress with that. My ex-wife said to me, you've got him, you look after him. I can't do anything until basically Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then I'm free to look after him for the rest of the week because I'm taking that time off to spend with him for school holidays.
Yeah.
And I thought when I rang her about it when he fell off onto his head, she's going, "Oh, what have you done to my son?" She never even said that. All she said was, "Well, I'm not paying for the ambulance."
Yeah.
And I said, "That's fine. I'll pay for it." But just those added things has triggered me a little bit. And I think because of the grow group, if I didn't have the grow group, I'd be fucked. I'd probably be in I'd probably be in Woodley or something like that, or 1G, or I would be admitted because not because I've got to do something myself. I just needed respite.
Yeah.
And I don't call it that I'm going to a mental hospital or mental clinic. I say respite because that's what it is.
Yeah.
And I haven't been respite since 2014.
Yeah.
But I know it's there if I need it.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at the moment, and I don't think I need any change of medication on it. I'm taking the Seroquel and I'm taking the Zoloft, and it's really stable at the moment. To the point that I take the Seroquel and I'm still waking up, but I think it's because I'm so used to taking it that my body's gone, well, you've been taking this for 10 years now. If you sleep, you sleep. If you don't, no. I know halfway through the day I'm going, how you get your 3 o'clock itis?
Yeah.
That's what it's like now. And I go, okay, if I go on the recliner, fall asleep, or I go to bed and fall asleep, I've got nothing else on today, so I can do that.
Yeah. That's so good. But now, when we talked about taking you to a cyclist and a psychiatrist, from what I gather, someone, is that right?
I'm happy to see someone because I technically like to seek help, but at the moment, my mental health plan is sitting at Maitland because I went there because they diagnosed me as being homicidal at one stage because I was going through all these thoughts of killing this person to the point
what
that...
you could do is you can get the mental health care plan that you're not paying anything. If it's within the last year,
it is.
Last 12 months, you can still use that. Otherwise, you have to wait till that finishes to do another one.
Yeah. But I can't do it through you. I've got to do it through Maitland, which is fine.
No, that's all right. You just have to. Mental health care plan is just for you to get Medicare benefits to see someone.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with me. You can still use that, and I can be your doctor.
Yeah.
And get the psychologist or psychiatrist to send me correspondence.
Yeah.
And that's all you need to do. So when you go to see someone, just tell them, my doctor is not in Maitland anymore. He's in Family Bridge. So send all the correspondence to him. That's all you need to do.
All right. Well, I'm happy to see someone professionally because the grow people are not professionals. They're still mental health patients.
Yeah. Well, what I want you to do is I don't know anyone from down that way where you live. So you just Google or just have a bit of a research.
Well, believe it or not, the surgery that I went to the other day, which is like 2 minutes away, right, has a psychologist.
Yeah, there you go. So go tell them you've got a mental health care plan from Maitland. I'm gonna get them to fax it to you. Can I use this to see the psychologist there?
Yeah.
So then you see the psychologist, they'll just send all the correspondence to me, and you can copy to the doctor there as well. So she's aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
And so both of us can get involved that way.
Yeah, and it's a walk-in there, so you go. I went there at 7 o'clock in the morning because it's open at 7, and you just wait. And there were 7 people in front of me. I just sat there and waited, and it was 45 minutes before I seen anyone. I walked in the other day, and there was a 7-hour wait, and I'm like, nah, we're not going to do a 7-hour wait, but I'll come back at 7 o'clock in the morning and get it done.
Yeah. No, you can do that. Let me know when you've done that.
Yeah.
I'll go from there.
Oh, well, I have to go back. Because I did that thing, I sent the pathology thing back to you. Did you get a report back from there?
Urine sample?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's negative. I was going to talk to you about that.
Okay. It's crazy.
Well, but if you have symptoms, then Are you taking any antibiotics at all?
I haven't taken any antibiotics at all because remember we said don't take those ones until we find out if there's anything there.
Yeah, no, there's nothing there, but it could be the wound, so if the wound looks infected, I mean, I saw it last time, I didn't think it was infected, but it's not the
She reckons it's not infected, but the eye of the penis is very red.
Yeah, you could take some antibiotics, that's not going to harm you.
Alright, the ones do you want me to read out? Oh, you already know the ones that I've got here. I've still got like 20 days left.
Yeah, what have you got?
Hang on a sec. I can't move as quick as I can. Well, I can, do you know what I mean? But it's still a bit tender. And I think it will be for a few months. Hang on a sec. Oh, there it is. It's nitrofil.
Which one?
It's nitro. I can't even say the word, but it's nitro, not nitroglycerin. Nitro one word, or it's all one word, but FUR.
Nitrofurantine.
That's it.
Yeah, that's a bit of a high-end one. Correctly, that's for resistant ones.
Because this is the one they gave me before I went into my operation. Because they said you have a urine infection. Do you know that? And I'm like, I got pain down there the whole time. I don't know.
Yeah. If you take any recently, take that. That's all right. Then see how we go.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, let me know. We'll do another urine sample or whatever, and then
Well, if it
start on a different course.
gets too unbearable, I'll go back to the doctor
Yeah.
around the corner and say, can you have another look at it? Because it's.
Yeah.
But I know the wound itself is clean. She said it's all good there.
Yeah.
So.
I think that sounds like a plan to me.
Alright.
And get that mental government sorted, and then
Yeah. And then.
the right path.
Yeah, and then I'll get them to send you reports.
Yeah. All right.
But I think that's the best thing. And then also, because I still got my. Just very quickly, I've still got my diabetes plan through you. Yes.
Which one?
Diabetes.
Yeah.
All right. I need a referral for a podiatrist, even though my feet are good, but I haven't seen a podiatrist for over a year now.
Yeah. Yeah. 1 second. I'll just check.
Because we did have an appointment for the podiatrist, but then COVID hit.
Your GP management plan was expired on January this year, so you need to get one done.
I can go and do one I can just do one at Elizabeth South, because they've got a podiatrist there, they've got everything there.
Yeah. Get that done there. That's all good.
And I'll just get them to send you the report so we can all tie it together. I don't mind having two doctors if everybody's happy with that.
Yeah, no, that's just having two doctors are right, but not to be confused with two treatments.
Yeah.
That we do this as a transition until you find someone there or long term.
Yeah.
Keep long term as me and then find someone temporary or whatever.
Yeah. Well, because as you know, my diabetes is not good, and we've already done another 3-month blood sample.
Yeah.
And I'll just say to her, I said, he's not happy about it, and I've already said that to her, so she already knows.
Yeah.
And then we'll get it under control, because I have lost weight, man. Like, I'm down to 99 kilos.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what the last time what was when you weighed me last. So
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you need to see someone close by to get all of that.
yeah, and I'm happy to drive, like go for a drive to Hamley. But when I start full time, I'm actually going to be up at Anguston anyhow, so it's not far from Hamley, and I can work it out that I can drop in and see you guys at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Make an appointment then and see you then.
Yeah.
Because I'm almost there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, get that done, and I'll chat to you once you get your mental account plan sorted.
Yeah.
We'll have another chat and see where we at.
Yeah. And I'll just make another appointment with you to just work through it that way. Okay, that's cool.
No worries, baby.
All right, and I'm right with all my medication because I got her to do a couple of strips for me.
Yeah.
So I'm right with that. She was happy to do that.
Alrighty.
All right.
Alright, cheers, man.
All right. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.
Yeah.
Cheers. Bye.
See ya. Just drop the fucking phone. Sorry, Phone Daddy. I didn't mute anything like that, but who cares? I'm not playing very well when I've got to fucking concentrate on what I'm going to say.
Yeah, right.
Lots of personal shit happening there, bro.
Sounded like it.
Not like you haven't heard all that shit before, anyhow. You can be my Dr. Bone Daddy.
Yeah, that's a
Paging Dr. Bone Daddy.
long bit of
Hello, Pokey. Oh, that's the other thing I was going to say to you. When I went to the shops yesterday, it was quite warm in the car, and there's these two American staffies. Someone had put them in the car and left them in there, but they cracked the window open by about a couple of inches or whatever. And I'm like, that's not good. And I'm like, I spoke to the security guard and he goes, what do you want to do? And I said, well, what I want to do is take the dogs out, but I'm not going to do that because they're barking now, getting in the car, they could possibly bite me because I don't know the temperament of the dog. And one of them looked like Loki, but it was a brown and white brindle dog, and actually like the head like Loki as well. And then so I went and did my stuff, came back, they were still there, went and did my other stuff, came back, drove back because I walked across the road. Instead of driving there, I just left the car there and walked across the road because I knew that it was really fucking busy at the shopping centre because it's still school holidays. And they're still there, and I'm like, fuck it. So I rang the fucking animal protection line up, called the RSPCA, I'm not sure what yours is over there. And I said, there's two dogs in the car, and they've been there at least an hour that I know of. You've been dropping that in, mate, a lot. And then she said, do they look distressed? And I said, well, not really. They're just barking at everyone that goes near the car, and that's just the normal instinct of a dog.
Well, if it's hot,
And they typically want to get out because they see people walking near the car and they're looking for their owner, blah, blah, blah. And she said, well, technically in Australia or in South Australia, it's against the law to leave your dog in the car any longer than 5 minutes. But in summer, you don't leave your dog in the car at all. Now, it was quite a warm day yesterday in the sun, but it was freezing and raining later in the afternoon. And I said, I'm hot now driving in the car. I've taken my jacket off, you know, I've wound down the window a bit. They haven't put the aircon on because it's not that hot, and I said, I know I'm quite warm. And she said they would be very warm because they got a fur coat. And are they puffing? Are they panting? And I said, yeah. It goes, okay, well, give us the rego. Go with the rego. And then the lady came back, and I'm like, I'm not going to say anything to her. I went and parked across the way, and I was on the phone, and here's the rego, you know, and I wanted to say something to her, but I'm like, I don't want to cause any argument or any drama. Already going to get her in the shit anyhow. So, and I said to Jessica, what would you done? She goes, oh, I would have reported that the dogs were in there, but I wouldn't have said anything to the lady. So the RSPCA said that they would send a letter to that address that's attached to that rego of that car. So if you've been spotted leaving the dog in the car, if we see another report, that we will take action and we'll take the dogs away from you. And I'm like, I said, I didn't want to be a dibber dobber, I didn't want to be like a guy that does that shit, but I just saw the dogs. I'm like, you know, I love dogs. Like I've never loved a dog like apart from my first dog when I was a kid. I'm getting kidnapped or yeeted.
Kidnapped.
And what would have you done, bro? Would you have reported, or would you just like mind your own business?
Oh well, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. I thought I knew I did the right thing, and then I said, "Can you put me through your donations line?" And she said, "Yeah." So I donated $2 to the fund. It's only $2, but it's $2 they didn't have before, and it's tax deductible as well.
That's right.
And I gave some money to the kitty stream charity for Save the Kitties. So actually, what I got to do is actually contact them and say, I've been dropping in, not that I'm going to big promote myself, but I'm dropping some money into your account. Is it still okay to do that, to make sure it's going in? And I say, yeah, because I found it on Facebook ages ago. When we first started filming, and I'm like, we might as well make this like one of our charities that we support. And I know it's only a couple of dollars, but it's still. I actually transferred 50 cents, but 50 cents is 50 cents. If everybody transferred 50 cents, they wouldn't have a problem of looking after the animals and stuff. And it's actually a vet that runs the rescue, so he gets kittens that are abandoned or find these kittens. Oh, easy. Oh, Batman. Get fucking wrecked.
Oh, I saw that.
They weren't bots either. They were real guys. This way. They tried to lock me in there and then edit and all sorts of shit. Took my shit.
Off the edits.
So, yeah, and I thought, well, do the right thing. Like, I thought, at first I thought I don't really want to get involved with. I'm not going to say anything to anyone because I don't want to get into an argument. Because the security guard said they can get in big trouble for that, and I said, no, if one of the dogs dies, they're fucked. You know, that's criminal charges to the point that you can go to jail for it. Because he looked it up, he said, I've never had to worry about having people leave their dogs in the car in the winter, but in the summer we have it quite often. We looked up the rules of what we should do. He said, this one in the RSPCA if you're happy to do that. And you know what his main job was yesterday? That's quite funny. He goes, you know why I'm standing here, don't you? And I went, well, technically, no, I don't. But he goes,
Yeah, how am I supposed to know?
no, he sort of, it's like, give me I said, can I take a lifeline? Like, he wants to be in the air. And he goes, no, I don't need a lifeline. This is what's happening. Like, there's a bottle shop there, like booze shop. And he goes, we've had all this week someone come in, people have come in and grabbed a case of beer and ran out the shop. Every day, he reckons, every day this week. And it's all different people. They're not all the same people. They might be tied up in the same gang. And one guy, he ran out with it, and this guy crash tackled him, and fucking beer went everywhere, and all the cans, a couple of the cans exploded, and he crash tackled this guy. He said, that's why I'm here, to stop people crash tackling each other. But he fucking, I pissed myself laughing. I said, can I hang around here for a while? He goes, you can hang around if you want. And I said, oh. So what else are they taking? He goes, bottles of wine. Let's walk out. Run out with them, and that's it. And then the shop owner or the shop keeper goes, someone's trying to rob me. Some people fucking jump out and tackle people. And gone crazy.
That's such a dumb thing to steal.
Yeah. And he goes, I don't chase anyone, and I certainly will, if they come near me, I'll try to grab them. But I don't run after them, too unfit for running after people. We just call the cops and get them to come and sort it out. Just like if I need to get a rego of a car and so it's all happening. It's all happening in South Australia. Someone's shooting at me. Oh, they're on top. Oh, that's you. I just knocked that down.
Sorry, bro.
So that was a bit exciting yesterday. All I was doing is getting a key cut so I can get into Sonia's room, which I've got into now. Taking the fucking coffee machine out because I've got pods. I bought pods ages ago for it, and I'm like, I bought these. I'm not going to fucking use them. I don't care if she walks in here and goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, it's just sitting in there." And how come you've got a key to get in there? And I'm like, because I'm smart and I went and got a fucking key cut. Because if a fire happens, what's going to happen to your fucking TV? Isn't it? It's going to fucking die.
I would have said I got a key because it's my house.
Well, you're not on the lease either. So,
That's right.
but I have a feeling that she has gone to rehab. I'm not sure, but I haven't heard from her. She hasn't been here. I know she hasn't been here because nothing's been disturbed. Everything's been fine and dandy. And I used to hide in here. Shot one, I shot.
Better than her coming in there and taking stuff.
Yeah, well, I don't mind that. She's got a kid, and I actually trust her. She's been in here before without me being here when she did leave. And I said, I've got a doctor's appointment at Hamley, and then I've got to go and do 3 things. I'll be back at 3, but I was back at 2 in case she, did run into her. And I don't think she would ever do anything like she wouldn't pick up my PlayStation to steal it, because technically I bought it off of her anyhow. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be a bit silly.
Yeah, and I know she gets pissed off with me streaming, and like today I've got nothing on. All I had to do was have that phone appointment or the phone appointment with the job network, which I had to tell her about what happened the other night. And I don't think I told you I was fucking crook as a dog man. Like I was really, really sick, and I was dehydrated. It was like 10 degrees, man. Not 100 degrees or 100 Fahrenheit. And even Mum said to me, I think it was that too, because it wouldn't. If you were having something to eat, you wouldn't just continue throwing up. The bug's still in your system if it's food poisoning, but and I said I was sweaty and I was clammy and I was hot. My whole fucking head was like saturated from my cat. My cat was like, I think they've got the gun here from here. Because there's a mythical laser pistol, but and then I said, I haven't really drank nothing. I've eaten, but I haven't drank anything. And she said to me, what? Fucking hell. Oh, that's you. Sorry, bro. He's really low. You have about 40 health left. Yeah, let's get bagged. See you later, Drift. Get on. Get shit on. So...
I'm just reviving with him. Oh, stupid.
Just throw him in the water?
Trying to throw you on the things and we go up the...
On the zip line, I don't think you can do that. There's no zip line anyhow to it, bro. They're disabled.
Oh, that's right. Here, I gotta jump there.
And yeah, I'll just quickly... I've got 2 med kits. Do you want the second one?
Yeah, I'll do it.
You ready?
Yep.
We're not going to get over there anywhere high enough.
Hopefully I got time. I don't know. It might be close. Yeah.
I don't have a jump pad. So I never felt, I have felt heat exhaustion before, Like, but it's been like 118 degrees of Fahrenheit, not fucking 10. Because I hadn't drank anything, that's what it was. And as soon as that fucking water hit my stomach, that was it. Fuck, bad enough. And I'm like, oh fuck, I can't go home. I can't message Carly and say, can't do the job. I just have to fight through it.
Right.
And I don't, they wouldn't have appreciated me being sick again, I'm sure. Even though they can't do anything about it.
Hello, you've got Town Watch on Maxima. Sorry I can't answer your call at the moment, but if you can please leave your name and your number, I will call you back as soon as I can. Thank you.
Hello, I'm ringing you back if you want to take the call. If not, you just can text if you want. Do we need to talk about anything else? I have got several things happening with jobs and that, as you know. And also, if you can find out for me or source for me, I used to have an ABN, but I can't actually get that ABN to work anymore because it has been closed down. I think I said that to you. But if you can search how I can ring up the tax office and get another ABN. If that's what we need to do. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, just let me know what you want to do. Thanks, love. See you. She's been really good, man. I cannot ask for anybody, ask any more than what she's done for me.
That's good.
People don't fucking listen. I said to him I wouldn't be going to the country today, going up to Moonta. She just fucking said, "Are you coming up to Moonta?" I'm like, "No." Have I said anything about that? Payday Wednesday. I've been meaning to change my skiing, so this doesn't really suit what we're doing at the moment. Can't take a chance. Port Pirie. Why are they in Port Pirie? They've been in fucking Adelaide. Driving around the fucking countryside, and then you know what they'll do? Say on Facebook that they don't have any petrol in their car.
Oh yeah.
Victoria has recorded 6 new cases. So I was never going to fucking Victoria, bro. So I didn't even start booking fucking hotels. I just did the clearance to get there.
Let's go here. Search your chests or something.
What's happened? Where's my fucking Foxtel box? Why haven't my cable come? You bastards. I need to ring them up like Sonia did that day. Remember that day? And she was going fucking bananas at them. I paid the money. I've paid the $129 to get it connected. I still even can't connect to the fucking app. I know why. Because they're fucking... Because of COVID, they're short-staffed. No one's coming to work.
Oh yeah, again.
They're not essential workers, so they're technically not allowed to go to work, so they have to work from home.
Someone already in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't there a game on at the moment?
What's today, Wednesday? No, there's no game, I don't think. Thank you. But there are 2
Where's
and
the
2
box
now.
here? So the buck, do you see that block that the Greek freak did on Aiton? That's
No, yeah,
the
that was pretty
best
crazy.
block I've ever fucking seen, man. He just just kept going and elevated that fucking high. I think there's someone just behind here.
Coming that way now.
I can hear, I can see the footsteps coming up, but I've got to bounce back.
Even the bottom. No, it's right.
Here she is. Oh, wrong fucking gun. That's guy. Oh,
How did
bullshit!
she do that?
How the fuck did she hit me? She hit me with a fucking... She shot me with a rifle butt. That's crap. She's like had 1 health left. At least.
Yeah. I don't
And
know.
it was headshots for days. Oh god, this game shits me sometimes. Actually, it shits me all the time.
Basically, non-stop.
I've got to get up and stretch for a sec. Should take a break for a couple of minutes. Is that alright? Go and heat up this. Go and heat up this coffee. Go on then. You go. Sorry. That's all. Bulky? Little bulky? Little bulky? I've got Sonia's heater out as well. Instead of using the big heater, I got her heater out of the room, and I'm like, this is more cost effective than the big one on the wall. I miss my fucking fire heater though, man. I miss the combustion heater. nothing outside. Oh fuck! I've got to cancel those people coming to clean these fucking lounges too. Shit, I forgot about that. They say 2 hours fucking notice. It's been, what's the time? Oh yeah, be right. Just on the tower at 2 hours now. I'll ring them in a sec. Fuck, lucky I remembered. You knock on the door and want to do it, and I'm like, I've got no money to fucking pay you, bro. It's $169 to get the fucking things cleaned. Where's my fucking... Never find it. Ah, let's be... Whoops, not her. Wrong one. Close to that one. In ode for... I wanted to change it to basket or something. In ode of So have a good rest today, and then tomorrow do some pamphlet delivery. Have some of this when I get it done, okay? The wait though. Might as well ready up. Let's wait for I'm going to cook something else. I've got it on the microwave. See, surprised Caleb hasn't rang me before. Somebody see me online. What's the name of that company? Canberra. So last Thursday or Friday. Was it Monday? No, 4 minutes. I was on the phone longer than that. Hopefully they don't feel really bad that I'll cancel. But they're not going to do it for nothing, are they? Unless they give me an account. I'll ask them. What are they going to say? Cannot do. Might have the wrong fucking place. Like, you can stop doing that. Sounds disgusting. Hey, Okay. Electric ride. That's what it is. Here it is. I found it. Calm down. Easy.
Watch out. Watch out.
Someone just sent me an email about something. Can't find it. Oh, here it is.
Is there a vending machine here?
Have you gone to Holly itself, or you need not near the shopping centre? No, we'll come towards you.
No, I'm in the...
There's heaps of people here, bro.
Said I need to buy something at a vending machine.
Buy.
Not sure what I
Getting attacked by these Canadians, these tree huggers, face huggers.
Oh, yeah. Coming over there. I'm shooting at me, though.
Cracked him for 48 shield here. There's two of them. Hopefully they don't shoot me.
Somebody else in this.
Whoa! Nice work, bro.
Very good.
Smash me, though. Hey, watch out for the face hugger right above your head. Guy coming in here. I reckon. I don't know if that actually helps, but it could.
This vending machine.
Gotta make kit hold it up.
Okay.
Holly hatchery.
Yeah, I prefer.
I don't know if I like it as much as I used to.
It says there's a vending machine over here, but I don't see it.
Well, we had one win so far, haven't we? We're close to a couple too.
Mm-hmm.
How's Grace?
Pretty good.
That was good. She put something up on Instagram. I fucking pissed myself laughing.
Oh yeah, what was it?
Can't remember what it was, but it was really funny. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. I saw it. It's just in a story. I fucking just laughed. I said, "Yeah, that's Grace. That's her humour for sure." Ding, 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 ding. wonder if Jessica's. Oh, here we are. Got it. This is CP.
I gotta
They're going to
couple
be happy
numbers.
about this. Hopefully, it's okay. If they want to do it and send me an account, I'm happy with it to do that.
Who?
Where's your fucking number? Then I'll ring. After this, I'll ring Foxtel and see what the fuck's going on. Give me a fucking number. Service side, there it is. Call us now. They're driving in blue vans, they've got little vacuum cleaners on them. It's the best marketing tool.
Welcome to Electrodry, your carpet, tile, timber, and upholstery specialist.
Easy, just calm
Please
down.
give your postcode so we can better assist you.
That's a bit-
Jesus.
Thank you. Electrodry monitors service quality through call recording. So you think your carpet
Ah,
really
have a song.
Oh, that's awesome.
Eugene, my name's Matthew Hampton, how are you? That's good. I'm good, thanks. I'm going to have to cancel today's appointment because I just don't have the money to pay the guy when he comes here. He's meant to be here around about 3 o'clock. I know I've left it a little bit late, but I've had a pretty busy couple of days, and I've just remembered now that you guys were coming to do my 2 recliners and have a look at my one of the bits of carpet here, or one of the floors of here in one of the bedrooms as well, and give me a quote on that. Unless you guys do accounts, I can't pay today.
Sure. Let me go ahead and check it out. Okay.
Yep,
That's 511.
that's correct.
Okay. The details of it. Okay. And you're asking Lee Hampton.
That's
right?
Yep, that's correct.
And just to confirm, this would be
Yep, that's right. Yep.
And you mentioned that you wanted to cancel this because we don't have enough funds.
Yeah, we can reschedule it. We can reschedule or just cancel, postpone it, whatever you want to do. But if you're happy to still do it and I'll pay us on an account, I'm happy to do that. But it's only if you guys want to. Yep, that sounds good. Yeah, that's fine.